I am happy to announce we have a new mic, so no more technical difficulties this week. We'll start with the first game this week. We had Tempe free agent team against the Bulls. Bulls winning 134-89. Brandon Walker led the way with how many points? 39?
39. He had a triple-double. 39,
Triple-double.
10, and 12.
Our very own Brandon Walker. Nice
Great
game,
game,
Brandon.
yeah.
And then the free agent team was led by Dan Calise with 24 points. I mean, this game was ugly from the start.
Yeah, Bulls took that game over quick.
Yeah.
The Bulls, they play good team defense and good team offense.
Yeah, in our article this week, we're talking about their second half team. They always just they always just start rolling.
It's funny because they scored 67 points in the first half and 67 points in the second half. That's how efficient they are.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
They're gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah.
Man, they play us next week, so
Yeah. Fun.
that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
So looking forward to guarding Brandon. Second night was our game of the night. We had Team Hogwarts versus the Avengers. That was an amazing game. Avengers were down like 20, end up coming back winning 88-82.
Yeah, they double overtime. I mean, it got a little hectic in that game. Shouts out to Quinn Lawrence, the one we did the interview with. He brought them back with a couple of three-pointers they needed, and they were back in it. And Waylon pretty much took the lead. Took the momentum with Quinn, and then they ended up coming out stronger with the momentum on their side. So.
All right, we're gonna go to Quinn right now for a post-game interview.
How's it going? It's Tuesday night, week 5. Game of the week, Avengers versus Team Hogwarts. Battle to second overtime. I think it was your great shooting at the end that brought your team from like a 20-point deficit in like what, beginning of second half. You guys down 20, ended up coming back. How was it hitting those shots at the end, and how'd your team come back?
I'm just doing this so I don't get fined.
He's just doing it so he get fined. Well, you got to talk to us. The media,
we was down, and my shot wasn't coming through all game, and then something just touched me, and then started dropping.
Klay Thompson kicked in, Stephen Curry kicked in.
Yeah, I had to do it for the team. You know what I mean?
You guys are down 20. I was scared for a second, and then you guys came back. How Waylon do for you guys? I mean, do pretty good.
Waylon's the man. That's why he's called the Flash. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you got? You think you're undefeated?
Oh yeah.
You just haven't lost. So you guys know what defense you got to play for the rest.
Right.
So, beginning of the games.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
We got this.
All right. That's Quinn Lawrence with the Avengers. We'll see you next week.
Okay, well that was Quinn. What was that, like some Marshawn Lynch?
Marshawn Lynch. He's trying to do that, but we need the media. We need him to talk to the media.
Some funny stuff. Waylon had a huge game, 45 points.
Yeah, Waylon. He's so efficient. I mean,
he willed that team back to victory.
He did. He did. He had, I don't know how many steals he had. Probably had at least 5 steals. And easy fast break buckets that they needed. So. Especially down the stretch where every time he went to the free throw line, stopped the clock, and then it gave him a chance to get rest for his team. And on top of that, he was, knocking down the free throws.
Yeah. So that was that was probably the game of the year so far. Double overtime win.
Yeah. So it'll be fun to see them match up again.
Yeah.
It'd be a really good game again. So.
And then last game we had our game. It was embarrassing. That wasn't even fun. Game over, killed us 131-92.
Yeah, they shot the lights out.
Yeah.
They shot the lights out.
Jeremiah had a huge game.
Yeah, he had 14 threes.
No way.
14 threes he hit. He with 44 points.
I should have called the game sooner.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he got hot at the end. I think he hit 3 or 4 in a row. It's just like, man.
Yeah. That was definitely the best team I played against all year.
Oh yeah, that's a good team. That's a big team, man.
I think they're going to be a top 3 seed going into the.
Oh yeah, they will.
The tournament for sure.
It's just we had our biggest guy was John, and with no subs, you can't go against 3 bigs all game hard. You got to get some rest. So
yeah.
But John did a great job. He had 31 points. And I think overall our team did okay. We just we're hitting as much shots as them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
we don't
got
have
a
the
little
firepower they do.
we got a little tired on D, and it made our offense slack a little bit, getting back on defense. So
Yeah.
shout outs to Game Over though. They're a great team. They play
Great
well.
team.
So
Better team won. Hats off to Jeremiah, 44 points tonight. So that's got to be his career high, I think.
career high.
So you're welcome, Jeremiah.
You're welcome. Thank the staff for that. Be back next season.
And shout out to our boy John Williamson, had a big game as well with 31 points, doing inside and outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, well that wraps it up for Tempe. Scottsdale, what's up? Just wrapped up week 5, man. That was exciting night.
Week 5, man.
That was people arguing, people.
A lot of, hey, it's exciting, man. Tempers are flaring up a little bit. People are trying to win. It's a good week so far, man.
It felt like the playoffs tonight. Like the electricity in that last game was just.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but that was definitely the game of the week, man. That was an exciting one.
But yeah, we'll start with the first game. We had the Splash Brothers winning easy against the free agent team, 138-89. How many points is that? 49 points?
But I mean, the takeaway from that is Nick's their first game without Nick.
Yeah.
It was great that they played against a free agent team, so they're able to kind of move the ball, score a little bit. But the thing I want to take away was Fred had 17 assists that game.
What? Really?
10 of them for alley-oops, though. And then Calvin. Don't even forget Calvin Glenn. 17 rebounds.
Yeah.
That game was just, it was just a show. It wasn't even fun, man.
I feel like everyone's kind of pads their stats against a free agent team.
They do. I mean, you can definitely tell Splash Brothers are just above and beyond better. I mean, Jordan got 30 points off that. Like I said, Calvin was dropping 17 rebounds. Fred was moving the ball. I think that's what they need to do. Fred needs to move the ball. He's their best facilitator.
17 rebounds, I'm not so surprised about. I mean, that's what Calvin does.
That's Calvin Dell. Yeah, he does that. He
leads
does
the league
that.
in
I just
rebounds.
feel we don't talk about him so much, but
Yeah.
he just makes it go. But Fred dropping 17 dimes, he probably scored about 30 points. So
He's going to have to without Nick here.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Someone's got to facilitate.
They're going to need that from Fred a lot because I think he can do it. He's going to move the ball around because he's going to give it to Roberto and everything. But I mean, they played a free agent team. It was a good warm up. Next week they'll play Weedham Boys, so it'll be a better test for them.
And we have Twisted Steel and Time Lifers. Time Lifers took it. And this one surprised me a little bit. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. I almost made this one the game of the week. I mean, on paper, they were pretty evenly matched, but Time Lifers just come through again like they always do.
They get Danny back. The ball moves well. That team, regardless, just moves the ball well. They got, Jim Hobbs is getting rebounds. Patrick scored about 23. Bobby's getting 14 points, 12 rebounds. The problem with Twisted Steel is that they've got one scorer in Eli, dropping 30 points. They don't have that consistent second, third, fourth option. Half the team doesn't even show up most of the time. I try to put them up in my power rankings, high just because I can see the potential, but I just don't. It's week 5 already. Half the team doesn't even show up.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointing. I'm not surprised that they lost. If they show up with full team, I'd be surprised. If they had a second, third score, fourth score consistently, then I'd be surprised. Right now, it's just 4 weeks into it, 4 or 5 weeks into it. It is what it is, man.
Yeah. You think they might make the playoffs?
Twisted Steel? Yeah, there's 2 worst teams other than them. They'll make it by default. I'm
right.
hoping they come with a full team because they have the potential. I see the names on paper. They got a good team. They just don't show up.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll move on to the next game. We had the Supersonics and the Weedham Boys. Weedham Boys winning 70-49. So 21 points.
Ugly win. Ugly game.
Yeah.
Supersonics are just falling flat, man. They've scored under 70 points the last 4 weeks now. They only scored 49 this week. I just don't see the consistency, the cohesiveness from this team anymore. I mean, Max is dropping 20. Brandon's doing his thing. Defensive player of the year, dropping 17 points, 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what's wrong with them. They just.
But when I watch, to me, it just doesn't seem like the ball moves very much with the Sonics,
They have like 7 new players essentially. Every week
Yeah.
it seems like they've added new
like
players.
Clayton gets it, he's jacking it up.
Yeah.
If Brandon's,
He's
Brandon
taking
gets
it hole.
he's going to the hole. And there's just not much, there's no one to create.
They've got good players, yeah. There's nobody to create. They got good players. Just it's a
individual
bad mix.
players.
It's almost like free agent team almost, just because of how many new players they've got. It's pretty disappointing. And then Weedham Boys, John Ziri, I think that was his first game today.
No, his second game back.
Oh, second game
Yeah,
back.
but he hasn't played in the last 2 weeks, but he came back today.
Yeah, he came
he's
back
a good
today.
player, though.
He's their big man that they're gonna need. I think he got 15 rebounds his last game. So that's Weedham Boys. I mean,
It's a good bounce back win for them.
Good bounce back win for them. I mean,
Yeah.
I still see them contention being top 2, top 3, top 4. So they're a good team. They're gonna pull it out. But Supersonics. The takeaway is the Supersonics just don't look right, man.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move to the game of the night. This was an intense game.
Intense. It was chippy,
I mean,
man.
maybe the score it doesn't really show it, but it was definitely
I
a
think
lot of trash talking and
DeLone did his thing. I mean, he's a scorer. He's going to talk all game. You got other guys on the other side of the court with Brett and
that's why I don't get. People keep talking to him. It's like it makes them play better. I don't know if they noticed that, but why do you guys want to piss off the best? One of the
it's not
best
just
players in
pissing
the
off.
league?
He's going to talk regardless. He's going to argue that the sun's not going to shine out tomorrow. He's just going to argue anything. He's going to talk about anything. That's the type of player he is.
He's hard enough to guard as it is. So why would you want to make him even
He's
more?
probably the quickest guy we have. I mean, him and Waylon are right there, but he is pretty damn quick.
I feel like when his mind's into it, he can't be stopped.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
can get to the rack anytime he wants.
Yeah, he'll argue that the Earth rotates around, the sun rotates around the Earth and stuff. He'll argue about anything, man. That guy will talk you out for days. But I just fired him up. I mean, the Jamaican, they added Purdy to this team, but it seemed like they were a little bit off. The cohesiveness, the team, the ball movement just did not move. They scored 70 points. They've been averaging 112 points a game the last 4 weeks.
It just looks like all they want to do is dunk. Every guy on that team, they just want to get that dunk in.
Yeah.
Seems like,
Yeah. I mean, they got great players. Just the ball's not going to move as much. You've got a good player in Justin Chambers. He takes it to the rack. And you got Purdy now. They're almost a clone. They're actually a clone. They're identical players. Joe Holmes not going to get a shot anymore. Kenny's not going to get his touches. It's hard for this team to get the touches anymore.
Yeah. They're definitely fun to watch.
They're fun to watch, but when you play against a good team, you're not going to be able to just slam and dunk the ball every time. You're not going to play the free agent team every week.
Exactly.
So DeLone is...
Yeah, we were able to catch up with DeLone. Is it DeLone or DeLon?
DeLone, I don't know.
DeLone. We need a nickname for that guy, though. Flashpoint 2, Flash 2.0.
We'll figure it out. We'll get some nicknames out there for you.
Here's DeLone. Hey, Scottsdale, I'm here with superstar point guard DeLon Stevenson.
How's it going?
First question, can anybody in this gym guard you?
On a good day, no.
I haven't seen it.
No.
I mean, you're just balling right now.
I mean, I'm trying, man. They brought me in because I think Lavelle know that I play good. I played with Lavelle before. He asked me to come play, so I thought I'd come out.
Is Team X over going all the way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anybody stopping you guys?
Nah, I think we rolling right now.
You guys know the playoffs, we're combining with Tempe, right? So it's not just here. So there's going to be a lot of good teams.
I'm not worried about it.
Not worried about it?
Not worried about it.
All right, well, thanks, DeLon. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right, man. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks.
That was DeLone.
That's all him. That's who he is, man.
Yep.
Multiply that by 100 when he's on the court.
Guard him.
He's like that off the court and on the court. Imagine him on the court when the game's online. That guy's intense, man. He's fun to watch. He's a bad boy. He's a bad man, man. But
yeah, and we were also able to catch him in an argument with Mike Purdy, which was pretty funny.
That went on for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're arguing about.
I only got 2 minutes of it, but we'll check it out right now.
I don't brag about who I play for. It can't make a jump shot, nigga. It don't matter. It don't matter. I get up and I do this. I go home, I go to sleep, I get up for work. Yeah. You get up, you go train. Yeah. Then you go play. Exactly, but you still can't shoot. They pay you not to shoot. They pay you to jump, not to shoot. You get it my whole life. You done got your ass busted by me your whole entire life. So why you talking? Name it! Because every time we play, I bust your ass. How old are you? I'm 31. I'm 31 and you still can't fuck with me. And you can't fuck with me. I'm 31 and you still down here.
Since he was 19.
You still taking these L's from me, nigga, and I'm like 7 years older than you. Talk to me. Talk to me. 7. You can't recall when you was busting my ass. Every time we play, we bust your ass.
I did you in here.
Where? You ain't never did me in here. This is my first time playing with you in here, and we busted that ass, and you could go back and go to Harlem Globetrotters and dunk the ball, and don't shoot it, and don't shoot it.
You should have for too.
But you can't shoot, so I don't know why.
You don't get a check to
Exactly. That's why I'm going home, because you're wasting my time.
Don't tuck him in.
Because you wasting my time.
Don't invest in me.
You get paid. Don't talk to me.
He the future tomorrow.
Don't get paid. I'm going home to my family.
You had your opportunity. You had it.
I'm going home to mine. You gonna get
You had
paid.
your opportunity.
I'm living at it.
I was fine for him waiting for it to get kicked out.
I'm living good like you, but I'm getting W and you taking L. That's moving. You just took
Man, that was some funny stuff.
Were they arguing about how old somebody was? Like, was DeLone arguing how old Purdy was?
He's really 31 though. He doesn't
look like
fast
that.
31-year-old.
Fast, athletic, intense guy, man. Good player.
Yeah.
But big crossover now. They've got some momentum going in. And
I told you to put them up high.
hey, they're up there now. And in the breaking news, we've got our own B-Dub, Brandon Walker, coming back maybe.
Yep. Oh yeah. Brandon Walker making his return next week.
Hey, I left them for dead in the preseason, man. Just because they lost Fred, they lost Brandon. I didn't know who else to bring, and they brought this new kid in, DeLone. I'm like, he's not gonna be able to replace Fred and Brandon.
Yeah,
But you know what?
the last few weeks, I could just see him coming together.
Yeah, the first week it took him a while, I think, just because he was just a new player. They didn't know how to incorporate him into the system. But now you can see that swag, that intensity that he brings. They're just feeding off it. Tim's feeding off on the threes. Lavelle, big man's feeding off that. I mean, Lavelle's one of the biggest talkers too.
Yeah.
You'll see him on the court. He's a big teddy bear, but he will yap his mouth off, man. He's a talker, but they've got that drive, that championship drive back now, and they're a scary team now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Tim for sure. He hit some big threes tonight.
He gets a lot of open shots, and he's capitalizing. That's the thing with DeLone. He's going to open the floor, and bringing Brandon back, the floor is going to open up so much better with that team, and that's what you need.
Yeah, it's all there. I mean, yeah, they got the insides now, and they got DeLone.
That's a scary team.
I
I left them for dead, but I think I actually do like them going now.
Can't ever count out X over.
No, you can't. That's a championship material, man. You know, Chris does a good job of putting a team together, so shout out to Chris.
So that's it for now for Scottsdale. Any final thoughts for this week?
No, it's a long season, man. I mean, we're thinking about playoffs now, but there's a lot of jockeying that's going to happen between now and 3 weeks from now, so it's going to be exciting.
3 more weeks. So let's finish strong. Thank you, Scottsdale. Palm Valley did not have a game this week, so we'll see them this Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.